Okay. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to Canadaelections and the 2025 G7 Leaders Summit. I'm pleased all leaders are here, honored by your presence. In my home province, Alberta, in the heart of the Canadian Rockies.
Well, there you have it, guys. The G7 meeting has begun in Alberta, in Canadaelections. This is UnPontificated. My name is Voyo, and we'll see what comes out of these meetings. I personally think these meetings are a waste of time with the advances that we have these days and everyone whining and complaining about climate change and wasting money. Why do these guys have to travel for miles to meet? Just have a Zoom meeting. Anyway, yeah, so there's a meeting. Mark Carney is having a little bit of a opening speech. Carney is impressive. When we've gone from Justin Trudeau to Mark Carney knows how to command a room, knows how to make a speech, and he sounds intelligent. I think he's a very intelligent fellow. Such a contrast from Trudeau. Trudeau was pretty much an embarrassment. If he said those same words that we just heard, you can go listen to the whole thing. We wouldn't have believed him. I mean, it just would have sounded like certainly somebody else wrote your speech. Those aren't your words. But Carney is believable, at least in my mind, as someone who could say those words, could have thought those thoughts, and then speaks. I gotta give it to him. Speaks very well. Here's my thing with Mark Carney is, and this is kind of a little bit of a thought experiment that I'd like you guys to kind of comment down. Let me know what you think, because I don't trust Mark Carney as much as he's smooth, he's out there, but I don't trust him. And I just remember one of the reasons why I don't is this. Remember this clip that. Of a talk he was doing, an interview that he was doing. I think this was like 2018, 2019, maybe earlier. But I got it from Juno News.
For investors. So I'll give you an example, which is one of the issues. It's not the biggest issue. It's like 2% of global emissions. You wouldn't know it from the headlines, but 2% of global emissions is for air travel, emissions from air travel. Now, so the question is, are we going to have green, sustainable aviation? Major airlines. Look, if you're flying in and out of Heathrow or wherever, you have to have 10% of your load has to be sustainable aviation fuel by, I think, right. It's 2030. Consequence of that policy has been to convert some entrepreneurs in Texas, in this case, a company called Infineon, to become economic, because all of a sudden American Airlines, British Airways need to buy that fuel. They'll pay a green premium. You've got an offtake, that's high credit quality, and so in that case, Brookfield put $1 billion to work there, and it's a fantastic opportunity.
A fantastic opportunity for someone like Mark Carney to invest in companies like the one he was talking about in Texas, where he says it to make them economical, as in to make them make sense as a business. They need that pressure on the governments in order to make airlines purchase that product. This is a scam, folks.
So did you get that on that video? He's telling us, this guy, that he talked to governments to get them to aviation, to get their gas had to be 10% green of some sort. And then he's going to invest in a company, Brookfield, in a company, to make a company more viable, more economical, so that that company will get, whatever their product is, purchased by governments. And because Brookfield, is invested in that company, they're then going to make money and make more money. So he's got insider information about which companies to invest in, so that his holdings, Brookfield, there, can grow and make money. So here's my question. So to me, that is, as I forget her name now. Young lady on Juno News said, Candace Malcolm. There it is. It sounds like a scam. Brookfield's making money. Mark Carney's making money. He's loaded. So here's the thing. Mark Carney does have a big plan. A big plan. We know that his, we don't have a budget, but he has said that he's going to axe a tax. He's going to lower taxes on the middle class by July 1st. He's going to build the homes. He's going to fix the budget. He's going to stop the crime. We already have the C2 bill being read in the House. We went through second reading. This is the border crime bill. He's already said that we're going to meet the 2% NATO target this year, a military target. So he's got a lot out there that he's got planned to do. And this definitely is going to do something to our deficit. It's unbelievable. But let's say Mark Carney achieves all these things. In other words, there's enough homes for people to live in. And we get those tax cuts where we're all, we have more money in our pockets. Let's say crime drops, crime has just dropped, plummeted, that this is safer than it's ever been. And let's say we meet our 2% target. Our military is now humming. We have new equipment, new tanks, our submarines right now. We have 4 subs, I heard, and only 1 is seaworthy. Unbelievable. New planes, just. And let's also say our GDP goes up to like 4 to 5% instead of the 1% that we had, which was kind of a fake GDP growth because it was just about immigration. Let's say he, manages. Don't know how he's going to do it because the last immigration that we heard was almost 1 million people have come in this year. Is it this year? Anyway, so let's say that he meets all these goals and at the same time becomes a multi-billion. Brookfield grows and by meeting these targets, making us all safe, making us richer, more money, growing our GDP, people are working, unemployment rate's dropping, everything's well. Does it matter? Does it really matter that his holdings there at Brookfield increase by exponentially? Do we care? Should we care? Right? So a lot of people, a lot of leaders, even Obama, I don't know what his numbers were. Actually, I'm going to look this one up. Net worth of U.S. presidents before and after office. And you see Bill Clinton is the U.S. president who earned the most money during his time in office, increasing his original net worth by more than a whopping 9,000%. Former and future President Donald Trump was the only commander-in-chief who lost money during his time in Oval Office, which was thought to be largely driven by the pandemic. Okay, that's interesting. So, who was second? Obama. Clinton, the Democratic president, was in office. Now, this is Newsweek. It's a Newsweek magazine. Who was in office for 2 terms between 93 and 2001. Started his net worth of 1.3, and after leaving office, that's Clinton. After leaving office, created a wealth of 120 million. And then Obama was the president who saw the second highest increase in his wealth coming out of office, around 5,300%. Let's see. Here's a chart. This is U.S. presidents before and after. Biden, not bad. Obama, wow. Bush, little increase. There, H. Bush. Reagan, not as much. Carter, some. Ford, some. Nixon, some. Kennedy was rich anyway, so not much. The same, not an increase. But Clinton and Obama, net worth, wow. Woo! So guys, that's all I want to know in this episode. Let's say goals met. as far as you're concerned, individually, you're doing well now because of what uh, because of Mark Carney did. Housing prices, you can buy a house; they're not too expensive because we have enough housing in the market, so you can afford one now. Crime is down. You have more money in your pockets because of the tax drops. Things are looking just fantastic. We're a safer nation. Crime is down. Wow. But Mark Carney has increased his net worth by 5,000%. Do you care? Let me know. Let me know. See it as the way I see it. Like, let you know my view. Obviously, I don't want people to be, to have insider information and all of that to increase their wealth. But fine, okay, go ahead and do it. As long as it's not using tax dollars to do it. Okay. He's got the insider, and now he's increasing his wealth and all of that. Okay. But if personally, I'm also doing well, like things that I've wanted to do are happening because everything is reasonably priced. Groceries are pretty reasonably priced. Gas is reasonably priced. Everything's, so I'm able to get ahead. Then these elite types increasing their wealth by 5,000%. Should I care? I don't care. I really don't. It's not really affecting me as long as he's not using taxpayer dollars, basically stealing taxpayer dollars. What are your thoughts? Let me know. I'm really curious. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.